Hello and welcome back to another daily video. This is Retro MTG and today is training day as we attempt to prepare to assail the ladder for glory and honor on the morrow. Our hero is none other than the venerated ROTPRIEST. This toxic gruel deck wins by poisoning our opponents using Proliferate, as well as the ROTPRIEST's static ability to add toxifying value to our card draw, creature buff, and direct damage spells. Turn 4 wins is the name of the game with this list, but we do have the wherewithal to address the mid-game with our ROTPRIEST static ability. And, as is always the case with ROTPRIEST, our secret weapon is our ability to remove our own creatures for value and push our opponents over the poisonous edge to gain our victories. Indeed, there's no better finisher than using Twinferno and bellowing at them, "You died twice, you fool!" It's completely unexpected, totally devastating, and utterly overkill. So here comes the gameplay. Let's jump in. Let's showcase our toxic brew of gruelish ROTPRIEST flavors. I feel like that's a keep. Playing the Gray Fox. I feel like they're, oh, I was gonna say mono black. Alright, so Copperline Gorge, SWIFTSPEAR, right to the face. No Fading Hope in sight, which is nice. We are going to, well, we'll do that later. There's some internet issues we're gonna have to deal with. Okay, let's refocus. ROTPRIEST. Impulse. Oh wow, okay, so we lost one of our lightning bolts, unfortunately. That's a cool looking card. What's it do? At the beginning of your end step, if you've cast a non-creature spell this turn, reveal the top 5 cards of your library. For each card type among non-creature spells you've cast this turn, you may put a card of that type from among the revealed cards into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. That's not confusing. Okay, so play land. We will cast Lightning Strike on Hercule and argue with our opponent not to block us, which they won't. And then we will finish off the Hercule. And they drop to 14. Okay. Oops. Sorry, opponent. Trying to get this internet going. Okay. Well, they've got a lot of blue mana up, huh? We would like to see some card draw, I think. And let's try and maximize our value off that. Who knows, maybe they'll just counter it. Looks like they want to counter it. But they're not going to. Okay, are they going to counter this? We get the prowess triggers, but they might not want us to get the card draw. We got the card draw. Let's hit them. We'll lay down our land here. Put out one of our Rot Priests. Let's make them think. We don't have protection, but they don't know that. Ledger Shredder. That is not good. We like to cast a lot of spells. Okay, so we can use our Infectious Bite and our Twinferno to copy the Infectious Bite and get a Rot Priest out. No, we can't cast them all at once, unfortunately. Let's see how they handle Infectious Bite. A little shore up. Well, we're not gonna attack with the priest. Obs. Okay, so they're gonna go up to 3. A 3/5 creature. But we're gonna Twinferno. And give it double strike. So even if they connive I mean, they can counter it, and they really should. But they didn't. They couldn't. They scooped. Okay. I don't know that I could ask for a better hand. Let's go. Should have played Copperline Gorge there. Let's see what the opponent has in store. Are we playing against a fully rodent deck here? Well, we got first blood and second blood. They're not toxic. They're just playing a couple rats. They're gonna try and mill us out. Okay. Take one. Nope, they want the defenders in place. Let's go ROTPRIEST. Let's go play with fire to the face, see if we can avoid a land drop, which we do, because we don't need any land. We are extremely low to the ground. They're going to block with one rat, I assume. They're blocking with two because they think we have trample. And they're gonna try and kill our SWIFTSPEAR, which is fine. Or the ROTPRIEST. Let's see what they do. They're going, let's see. They had to target both, so I think we can save it. Yep, we saved it. But unfortunately our ROTPRIEST is kind of out in the cold. No blocks. We have one poison counter on them, and they are down to 14 life. They're gonna exploit, they're gonna get the draw, they're down to 12 life. We draw the Audacity just as we planned. Let's continue to load up our SWIFTSPEAR. And we will go ahead and lightning strike the stinger. Hit them for another poison counter. And 6 more damage. They're down to 6. Let's leave the Gorge in our hand just as a scare tactic. Okay, they're killing the SWIFTSPEAR, and we're gonna draw a card off the Audacity to land, which is unfortunate, but good to get through it. Okay, we drew protection. Let's go ahead and put Copperline Gorge out. And we can Tyvar stand for +2/+2. But I don't think we really want to attack. We don't get trample off that. So let's wait. Bide our time. We're at 20 life, they're at 4. You're going to draw a card off that. We'll go ahead and cast a protection spell. And pretend like we've got something else in hand by leaving our mana untapped. They're down to 3 life and 6 poison counters. And we're drawing a bunch of land. It's not ideal. There's only 22 lands in the deck. But sometimes you flood. I feel like our opponent is playing a little bit of a budget deck here. I don't see any rares except for Body Launderer, which is actually a mythic. And they're going to try again, and they're going to get it. That's 7 poison counters. We drew another ROTPRIEST. They don't have any removal in hand. What's this do again? Connives. And when this returns a non-rogue creature card from the graveyard, do we have any ETBs other than the Fell Stinger? Is it any graveyard? Your graveyard, okay. Let's go ahead and get the priest out. It's possibly ill-advised, but they have nothing in hand currently. I mean, they could draw into it. Trying to end my turn here. We have them at 3 and 7. Okay, obviously we're not blocking. Cult Conscript. Holy moly, we are drawing just all the land we can possibly draw. That's 3 straight lands in a row. It's random, but it doesn't feel random. It feels punishing. It's falling apart for us here. We're running out of gas. Okay, we got the SWIFTSPEAR. I feel like a blood token would be fantastic right now. And they're gonna return that cult conscript they've got to the battlefield. So we need to keep up both blockers. Wow, okay. So it looks like we are gonna have to block the body launderer with the ROTPRIEST. Oh, they forgot to return the cult conscript to their hand. What did we just mill? Oh! Well, what we really need is a... Huh. Interesting. See, I expected them to play the cult conscript they have in the graveyard last turn, so they'd have it ready. I think what we have to do is roll the dice. Let's see if we can draw into something cool. We didn't. Okay. Well, yeah. I think we did okay. We just drew way too many lands. Okay, so that's 50-50. Let's see what we can do in our third match. On training day. We had a second ROTPRIEST in hand and we didn't even play it. This was essentially the goal of the deck. I have come to a conclusion that ROTPRIEST is kind of janky sometimes. It certainly can't compare to the win rates of mono white, Azorius Soldiers, mono black, mono red. So what I'm attempting to do here is see if I can slot ROTPRIEST into an already successful shell and not lose anything and get, you know, get gains. There's no creatures here. There is an impulse. They've taken a mulligan. I think we gotta keep this. And we go first. Holy moly. Okay, so there are Goblin Artifact. Okay, that is not a creature. Let's play out the Gorge, as always. Whenever we get the Gorge in hand, we play it first. Because it's sweet. Whoa. Boros Equipment. Down to 19. again without the creature. Let's see if we can go Reckless Impulse into a creature. Absolutely not. I mean, this deck is not heavy with creatures, but it's not like they're zero. Wedding Invitation, draw a card. Okay. So... sure. Down to 17, opponent up to 23. Still no creatures. Wow. Let's draw a card. Come on, opponent. It's not that hard to understand what I'm doing here. Okay, there's a creature. You love to see it. Copperline Gorge is there to back us up. Venerated ROTPRIEST. Or Play with Fire. Let's play with fire. The Samurai. Try and mitigate the damage. We're gonna keep ROTPRIEST in hand. Yep, go ahead, sacrifice it, sure. Doesn't matter to me. It's gonna die. Yep. It was a good play, because it gave their creature indestructible. Potentially I could have something, but I don't. If they knew the cards better, they would know that there's no greens. There's no green single mana spell, but you know how it goes, right? We've all been there. Oh, look at that. Steel Crusher. Down to 15. No lifelink this time. Looks like they're struggling for lands a little bit, which might be our saving grace. We didn't draw a land. We get to play ROTPRIEST. And we get to play Audacity. Oops, we just left out all of our protection for ROTPRIEST. Oh no. Mistakes were made. Did they have the removal? I mean, I guess technically it's not all bad if they remove the ROTPRIEST, which they absolutely should. We'll get to draw a card, but I was not thinking that through. Not at all. And the card we draw will probably be a land, leaving us creatureless. It's terrible. But that's what training day is for, you know? That's what training day is for. Is this just artifacts? Yeah. Okay, they're gonna enlist. Alright, no blocks. Sure, down to 11. Now they're gonna kill the priest. No, we dodged a major bullet there. So what I think needs to happen here is Infectious Bite onto the Fuseling. I've seen these Fuselings and they can be very, very large. And then the Steel Crusher will simply enlist the Fuseling. For massive hits. Okay, they're finally going to do something. They're going to destroy evil on my enchantment, but I just get to draw a card. Oh, but it powers my ROTPRIEST to 1. And this is just damage equal to the power, so I guess resolve all. Draw a card. Kill the Fuseling. Add a poison counter to their list of things to worry about. And have a bunch of protection up. Well, one protection spell up. Yep, let's hit him. Up to 4 poison counters now. Brass Forge. 1/1 creature with haste. Yeah, so it's enlistable. Okay. I don't know if I'd enlist it. I'd probably just attack with everything. Okay, they're gonna leave the Steel Crusher up. They're completely tapped out for mana, so what if we cast a little Lightning Strike on our little Steel Crusher friend? Down to 10. They're creatureless. Oh, we found another ROTPRIEST. Alright, fantastico. Okay, so if we cast a Tameo Safekeeping on our ROTPRIEST, then that'll put him to 6. If we cast a Twinferno, that puts him to 6, and then one of them has double strike. Oh yeah. I think that's where we're going with this. Okay, so they're up to 6 now. And they're about to be at 8. And then we simply just have them in the bag with our Safekeeping or our Tyvar Stand. And they're completely tapped out. There's no reason to toy with them. Just put them out of their misery. Nice and easy. And they're toast. We gave them the out. It's the right thing to do. You don't want to embarrass people when they, have 20 life points and then die from poison in basically like a single turn, if you can help it. Alright, so that was training day. Let's maybe go over the list a little bit. See what worked. So we dropped it down to 20 lands pretty quickly from 22. So that was a change we kind of did on the fly. Whenever we weren't drawing ROTPRIESTs, we were drawing SWIFTSPEARs and good stuff. So those are our only creatures. Yeah, SWIFTSPEARs. Let's get the better view going here. 4 SWIFTSPEARs, 4 ROTPRIESTs. We got some marches so we can find our stuff. 4 Ancestral Angers for targeting. Reckless Impulse. Came through in the clutch. Gotta love that. Twinferno coming through. You think, you know, you put a card like Twinferno into a list like this and you think you're going to be copying a lot of spells, and then it turns out you just cast it over and over again for double strike. It's funny. Infectious Bite, obviously, sets that poison counter in there. Tyvar Stand, Tameo Safekeeping, nice. Audacity for the card draw, Ancestral Angle for the card draw. Play with Fire for the scry, Reckless Impulse for the impulse draw. Twinferno if we just need to draw a lot more somehow. Yeah, you know, I think it's pretty good. It's fast. We weren't on the ladder at any point during this video, so we can't really make any claims in that regard, but it was fun. It felt good. There was one game in the middle where we flooded out and lost, but that can happen to any list, so I don't think that's really a strike against it. I think it's got some cool things to offer. So that's a wrap. Please let me know in the comments if you'd make any changes to the list, and massive thanks to everyone out there consuming this content. You are excellent. The response has been fantastic. We are Retro MTGA.